was thinking about my span of my life so far. What was the happiest time of my life? One of them was when I lived in France. What was it about that time period that made me so happy? I love France. I've always loved France. I love the language, the sound of that voice, the weather, the scenery, the food, the attitude, in some ways. So when I went to France, I was looking for like a fresh, I needed to kind of like burst out of my bubble. I had been happy where I was, but I needed some excitement. And I heard about a program, can't remember what it was called, but it'll come back to me, through my best friend from high school. And with this program, they sent me to a town or city in the south of France, and they put me on a sort of 1 or 2 week language refresher to improve your French, to improve my French, and then they gave you a work placement opportunity, so you didn't get paid for this, but you worked somewhere for about 3 months. And it was such a gorgeous place that I lived, and a gorgeous lady that hosted me, who I stayed with her. It was sort of like a family would host you. I love her so much, and that place is so dear to my heart. It had these sort of big open avenues or something. It's sort of like these big walkways which were pedestrianised and sort of just had this massive feeling of space, trees along the sides, and then sunshine. Because of the time of year I went there, it was just gorgeous weather, just hot, dry heat, a little bit too hot, which I just love that feeling. It just makes me feel like I can relax and I feel more free. And my job, which I'd requested something in that, what's the word? I don't know, segment, work of category or something. I was working in a hotel reception, so it's a chance I got to interact with lots of people, which I always feel more purpose in a job where I'm face to face with people, directly with people. I can smile, I can have a connection, I can show them that I want to help, or I'm there to serve them in some way. And it suited me with my dyspraxia so well, because we had to say set things. So for me, when I have set phrases to say, that helps a lot, because I know what I'm supposed to say and when I'm supposed to say it. So we always used to get the same kind of questions, because we were on this hotel reception. Then we'd have people ringing up, usually about a specific thing, like have you got a room for tonight, how much is it, and can I book it? And then I'd have to get certain information, like can I have the card details, can I have this, can I have that, shall I send you a fax, and blah blah blah, whatever it was. People that come to the desk, they would be paying for something, and they talk to them about whether they had the breakfast included, and these like set things always happened. And you can just tweak it each time to just enjoy interacting and connecting with people. It's really interesting and, relaxing. And people used to find it difficult how to drive into the right part of the hotel when they arrived. So then they always used to say, how do we get into the car park? And then I was taught by one of my colleagues in French how to say, that you have to go round and then you have to drive back and then go down underneath or whatever. So then I kind of knew how to say that thing. So again, it was like a set phrase that I could use so that I had a confidence of speaking. And what else did I love about the place? Everything. It sort of had a big vibe of kind of like music and fun and joy in that city. And I'm not saying there wasn't any homelessness or problems or anything, but it was. I like the vibe of that place. And there was a seaside, so you could get a bus far enough to get you to a really amazing beach. And then, more things. I'm not going to give everything away, but there was some other really nice things about that place. And then I met one of my best friends there because she was a foreign student who'd come from South Korea. And I met her at the language school at the beginning. Like I said, we got 1 to 2 weeks to sort of settle in and try and improve our French before we started our work placement. And she was in that same language school because she'd come from Korea to study French. And I remember saying hello to her on the stairs of the building when we were in the break of a lesson because we were in different classes. And then I said to oh, hello, like, where are you from or something. And then the next thing I'd asked her was, so do you like it here or something? And she said something like, I hate it. It's absolutely SH1T. And it was so funny because, like, for me, I'm kind of like that. Like, I don't really know how to sugarcoat things. If I try, it just ends up like a lot of waffle, which you might have noticed. So when someone talks very directly and honestly, then I understand that, and it just like, it's like zing. For me, it's just like, oh, I understand you and I can trust you because you're just saying what you actually think. And she said that something like really derogatory about her experience since she arrived. And then she told me some really funny stories about what had happened. I mean, it was difficult, things that she'd experienced where things made her angry about the culture, which was different to hers and things like that, and mishaps that she'd had. But it was like very honest the way she told me these things. And then we just... I'm really lucky because she became a really good friend of mine. Although I miss you, I haven't seen you in a long time. So let's hope she's going to come and visit me in England soon, maybe. So then that was another thing I liked about that time in France, because I had a good friend who I wanted to see her and she wanted to see me on a regular basis. So it's kind of like predictable. You know when you have somebody, which I don't always, where it's like, I feel like seeing someone and that's someone that I'd like to spend time with. And then they feel that way about you as well. So you can just go out that night, or you can just like go out that afternoon or meet before work or whatever. There's no kind of like worries and things about it. Right, I'll have to leave it there because there's some music playing in the kitchen and I can't concentrate easily. So thank you, and that's it for today.